This is an introduction to MBA 5021, Macroeconomics. Economics, the dismal science. Wow. You're probably asking yourself, what have I signed up for? Well, I'm going to give you a reason why you should have signed up. Everyone knows that economics is the dismal science. And many know that it was given this description by Thomas Carlyle, who was inspired to coin the phrase after reading Malthus's prediction that population would always grow faster than food, thereby dooming mankind to unending poverty and hardship. While this story is well known, it also leaves absent many facts, somewhat like today's 24/7 news cycle, depending upon which particular station that you watch or radio station that you listen to. At the most trivial level, Carlyle's dismal science target was not Malthus, but at economists such as John Stuart Mill, who argued that it was institutions, not race, that explained why some nations were rich and others poor. Carlyle attacked Mill not for supporting Malthus's predictions about the dire consequences of population growth, but for supporting the emancipation of slaves. So why am I raising this? Because many times as you go through your business life and your life as voters, you're going to be given both fact and opinion about economics, about economics' influence on business decisions and on your own voting habits and your own voting requirements. So I want to be able to help you through giving you some foundations of economics, so when you hear particular arguments, you understand the foundation of the argument. You can determine whether facts are present in the argument or just opinion and talking points, as was this particular case in terms of Carlyle's dismal science targets. What are our objectives? This class will enlighten you and perhaps dispel a few misunderstandings that you already may have. Our objective is to make you better business leaders by understanding how economics fits into decision making, so that you can master the principles essential for understanding economic problems and apply the economic perspective and reason accurately and objectively about economic matters. Also, it's intended to make you better citizens and voters by understanding the short and long-term consequences of economic policy decisions, or many times lack of decisions being made every day. What are the tools that are going to be applied here? The book, Economics, which is McConnell's 19E edition. That will give you the foundation of the theory about economics and the detail on economics. In terms of practice, we're going to do two things throughout the semester. We're going to do a thing called a current event topic, where you'll be responsible to blog on a current event topic from your local paper, the New York Times, the Economist, Financial Times, or Wall Street Journal. You can also use the last word pieces at the end of each chapter in the textbook. And basically it is intended for you to write the blog and to have your colleagues participate in the discussion about what you put up in the discussion board. You'll be required to do one of those per semester, but as a participant you're going to be required to comment on everybody's blog who gets posted in the discussion section. So your grade will be determined on not only what you post, but on how you comment throughout the semester on others' posts. The second thing you're gonna do is the New York Times budget project, which is a standalone project that you will do. So you'll be able to increase taxes or cut government spending in an interactive tool to solve the budget deficit. You'll be in charge. You'll see how easy and complex it is to solve the U.S. budget problem that our politicians face every day in Washington. So everybody who has done this project has gotten an incredible insight from it, and I know that you will too. What kind of feedback are you going to get? Well, you'll get a weekly quiz on the subject material, and that's going to help reinforce the learning and practice for exams. It's going to give you immediate feedback as to whether you know the material and where your weak points are, and it's going to give me feedback on how you're doing immediately in the class. You'll get feedback from your students, from your fellow colleagues. You'll be posting your blog in the current event discussion, and others will be commenting on what is posted, and you'll be able to get some immediate feedback there as well. At the end of the week, I kind of give a final word on how I saw the discussion and try to give you feedback on what were some of the relevant economic points being discussed, and maybe some of the relevant economic points that were missed in the discussion, to give you a perspective. Obviously, throughout the semester, you're going to get a midterm and final exam. I will always be available to answer your questions either by email or phone during the semester. You can get my contact information in the syllabus. The approach to the class, each week you're going to get an introduction and some administrative issues that I will post. You are to review the video lecture and or the PowerPoint slides. These summaries that are included in every module are not substitutes for reading the book. They are a reinforcement and enhancements to reading the chapter. So my suggestions are to go through the video lecture and or the PowerPoint slides to get an overview of the material, the points that are relevant to the chapter in the video lecture. And then after you get through those, read the chapter in detail. Each week, one of the students will post a current event topic. It's basically posted at the beginning of the week on Tuesday, and everybody should comment throughout the week. As I mentioned, typically on Sunday I will give a final word on how I saw the discussion going in the class and provide some additional insights. Each week there will be a quiz which will give you immediate feedback. So the conclusion. In this particular class, you will get a lot of theory, and you're going to get some good practice. You're going to get both. And I think at the end of the semester, you'll become better business leaders when you understand the foundations of macroeconomics. And you'll become better citizens as you'll more fully understand the policy arguments that are presented by politicians and the media every single day. Most of all, I want you to have fun.